Hey everybody, it's Tipsy Tuesday.
Who's ready for Tipsy Tuesday? What's it called when you do the chicky 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 chicky? Look how pretty!
A fun weekly show where we grab our favorite drink. Salud!
Diana!
I see, it's nice.
We take our bras off.
Somebody just wrote chicken.
And we laugh at people from around the world.
Yeah, I want some cheese and crackers. Of course I do.
Sometimes we even have guests.
So put your jammies on.
It's time for Tipsy Tuesday.
Hey, how are ya? How is everybody? I just realized I might have messed things up on my Airbnb. Hold on. Yep, it did. Okay. Give me a second. You know when you're at work and you just realize, I think I done messed something up. Hold on. And then, okay, that too. And then do that, and do that, and do that. Block all. Let's see. Okay, I'm just. Okay. How is everybody? Does it feel like Friday? I think that Friday would feel better. YouTube has 2 streams going on. What am I on right now? Aren't I just on? Girl, I'm just on YouTube. Girl, hold on. Where did my Facebook go? Hold up. I'm not even supposed to be on YouTube. I'm supposed to be on Facebook. Whatever. This is how. Yeah. No. La5. It's supposed to be whatever. So I'm on YouTube twice and Facebook not at all. Wonderful. It's going great. Good evening. You were on the tube. All right. Well, hopefully I'm on the Facebook. Okay. Chicken leg. Okay. I don't see anybody for Facebook. Okay. I see a Facebook. Okay. Hey, Facebook. I'm killing it. Killing it so far. I'm feeling okay. I know. I don't know. Let's bring everybody up to date. So first of all, if you've been watching, how have you been enjoying the videos? Why are you so close to the camera? Are you watching? If you're watching on the vertical, then yes, it's super close. If you're watching on like Facebook or YouTube horizontal, then I'm like an appropriate distance. If you're watching on Instagram, I look like this, which is aggressive. Do you like the videos? So yesterday, hey Cameron, yesterday when we were at the eye doctor, just so you know, if an old person asks you to take them to an appointment, block off your afternoon, maybe a good 2 days, because old people appointments are at least a solid 5-hour commitment. Old people move slow. Doctors that work with old people move slow. Lovely people. It was a lovely, lovely office. I thoroughly enjoyed. I literally spent so much time working on that video. And they moved her from room to room. They did 25 exams before we saw the doctor. But it was a lovely experience. There was not one person there in a bad mood. Like, I can't speak more highly of this eye doctor. um, I know, Ellen. I missed the morning show. What age does old people begin? I don't know. Diana did leave a burner on the other day and burn up a pot. That's how old that is. So if you've done that already, although I've been doing that for like 10 years, so I might be old. So Melanie. So we went to this doctor's office appointment, and mind you, just so you know, any video that you watch where craziness is ensuing with my mother, there was already cracking up happening prior to me going live. So we had already bebopped to like 2 different rooms. I'm bored out of my mind. I'm like, I have, just so you, okay. Let me paint a picture for you. Okay. How much time does Diana have for doctor's appointments? Infinite. She could have an appointment at 2:00. That's her day. I'll say, what are you doing on Monday? She says, I have a doctor's appointment. That's the whole day. I had 17 other things that day. This was just one. I was eating mashed potatoes and like shaved chicken from the Wawa in a 3-minute ride from the Wawa to the thing. I walk in, no lie, this is my mom. My mom is sitting on a chair with her purse, a water bottle, and another bag filled with papers that no one's going to read in a Ziploc bag that has a sticker on it. Sitting perfectly up in it, I mean, freshly showered, ready to go. Okay? Like my whole day up until this point was to get to here while you walk in. She's, hey, that's her. That's her body language when I walk in the door. I walk in the door. I'm pretty sure I had mashed potatoes smashed against my face. It was at least the seventh thing I had done in the day, and it was only 2:00. And I still had 7 more places to go. So and I walk in, I'm like shoving iced tea in my mouth. She's like, "Hey, we're going clubbing." Just so you know. Real different experiences. I was excited to sit down. She was like, "Hey, you look tired." I was like, "Why am I here? You know why I'm here? Because I'm the only daughter that lives close by." Anybody? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you were automatically voted best daughter, not because you're the best daughter, but because you live the closest. Raise your hand. Okay. So I was voted best daughter based on vicinity alone. I show up, and there are not doctor's office shoes, but I'm sure there will be soon. And so I'm just passing the time, thinking of how the seconds of my life are ticking away. Diana's having the time of her life. And as we're sitting there, that's when she just low key leans over and says, "Dina, do you think that's St. Lucie up there?" I don't know what she's talking about. And I go, "What? Up there, that picture. You think that's St. Lucie, the patron saint of the eyes?" Now, I can't see for anything. I don't have cataracts. I just can't see. St. Vader. So I take my sunglasses, which are prescription. I pull them down, and I look and immediately start laughing. I can't stop laughing. And she goes, "What? What is it?" I said, "Sit there. Let me get my phone." And then you saw the video. What you don't see is while we're shooting the video, this place is packed. It's like the DMV at 12 o'clock when everybody is on their lunch break trying to get a license, trying to get something, except a nice place. I can't tell you how nice these people were at this doctor's office. You need cataracts, go to this place. They got Star Wars saints. So this whole thing unfolds with my mom thinking that Darth Vader is the Saint Lucy of the eyes. And I can't stop laughing. We're both hysterical laughing. But the waiting room is packed with people. And we can't stop laughing. We're in our own little world. And every once in a while, I like come back to the regular world. And I realize we look like lunatics because nobody knows that she thinks that this is a saint. And I don't even know if anybody else in the waiting room can see that it's Darth Vader. I think everybody else in the room has cataracts. So the whole thing, so I'm like, shh, we're so obnoxious right now. And the whole that, yeah, the cataracts were removed by the Force, via the Force. Exactly, that's how it's done, Rebecca. There was just a picture of a man like this at the end of the hall, and you just stand in front of it, and then they zoog it out. Zoog's a word. So Heidi, that's so nice. I need to have cataract surgery in that video. Correct me. Well, Nancy, now you know who to pray to. Vader. Vader is the answer. So the whole thing was quite a thing. So we get in there. Now it's finally time for the appointment. I had posted the video. We're cracking each other up because there's still 7 more tests that they got to do. Go to this room, go into this room. I said, I'm just going to stay here with Vader. You do what you got to do, but I got to edit this video. So, so we're sitting there and we finally get into the appointment and the doctor is 11. I don't know how many people go to the doctors and the doctors are 11 now. They used to be older than us. Now they're 11. And I'm like, does your mom know you're here? It's a lot for me. I am like mid-old. She's old. I'm like mid-old. And I'm like, are you allowed out this late? It's starting to get dark. So he's 11. And he's doing his very nice doctor, lovely person, very thorough, not pushy, very informative. Can't say enough about the practice. But literally the first sentence he says to my mom is, so Diana, tell me about the things that you're having a hard time seeing. Well, his back is to me. As soon as he says it, the two of us lock eyes and start hysterical laughing again. And she can't talk. And he looks at me and I go, I'm sorry. There was a little bit of a situation in the waiting area. And he was like, what do you? And I said, it's probably best if I just show you. And so I, like a dum-dum, rip out my phone and I show him the video, the custom-made video that I just made 5 seconds ago in their waiting room, as one does. And he's watching this video, and I'm thinking, Doogie Howser does not think this is funny. And so he just watches it and he goes, oh, that is very funny. That is not the reaction of things that are funny. Usually it would be like, haha. But if somebody says, that is very funny, it's not funny. So Doogie does not appreciate it as much as we thought he would. And so he said, well, my counterpart here does love Star Wars. And I said, well, what is it for? Because when we came back out from another test, Vader moved to another door. Like he was on this door and then he moved to another door. And I was like, this means something. It is not. I said, does he move it to know which room he's supposed to go to next? Because I don't really know. And I go, I feel like haven't you worked here a while? He's like, yes, since I was 10. And I was like, I feel like if there was a Darth Vader where I worked, I'd want to know what it's for. He didn't care. So so he kind of brushes this video off that we did. And, but he does at some point, he goes, yeah, by the way, very good editing. And I was like, okay, Hauser. Okay. It was actually pretty quick and pretty good. I got to admit, I'm getting good at the editing. Anyway, we continue. Well, a couple minutes go by and the nurse comes in. Now the nurse missed the whole thing. So she's just taking notes based on what the doctor's saying and explaining to my mom and like what my mom wants and what his recommendation is. She's just over there taking notes, which was wonderful. Lovely girl. The only issue is that the entire rest of the time we're making Star Wars jokes and we're hysterical laughing. The doctor's like, that is very funny. And she has zero idea. She missed the whole setup. All she's hearing is punchlines. And she's trying to laugh, she's trying to like be, and she's like, ha, ha, what? Ha. And I go, I can explain it to you. And she just was so confused. I go, I'm just going to show you the video. So I bring it out and I show her the video. In the middle, I'm like, could you just give us a minute? And I show the video 2 times. I show her the video and she's like, okay. And then she explains that the other doctor loves everything Star Wars. It all comes together. And whatever. So we leave. He was very lovely. Now it's time to book this appointment. So now we got to go sit in another waiting room to wait for the girls who are the schedulers. Fine. Wasn't long. But as we're sitting there, Di's watching. I see Di watching the video. And I always try to put captions on our videos because I know if I'm in a waiting room and I don't have my headset in and something looks funny, I want to read it. Am I wrong? So I always put captions in my video. So I see her cracking herself up. Just here's Diane. Ready? I am so fun. This is good. I laughed. She's cracking herself up at herself in the waiting room. Whatever. She's busy. She's not talking to me. Fine. Yeah, her surgery should have been scheduled for May the 4th. I mean, it really writes itself. So we're waiting. And I can see her watching the video. No sound. She's just reading the captions. I'm looking at like the like who's watching it, like how many people are leaving comments, stuff like that. But I can hear the video. And I know she's not playing it. And I'm looking at her laughing to herself. And I know I'm not playing it. And I was like, someone here is playing the video. And then we realized all the ladies that are in the scheduling department have been notified that this video has been recorded. And now the whole office is watching the video, cracking up laughing. Then the doctor who loves Vader apparently watched it. And so when we came in, they were like, everybody loves your video. I was like, thank you. We should probably focus on work. And she's like, we showed it to Dr. So-and-so. I forget his name. He's the one who loves Darth Vader. He walked by you earlier. He didn't say anything because he was trying to be cool. And I was like, obviously. And so the whole thing was so funny. The whole thing was hilarious. And then the one lady that was there, she was like, I told them I had already been watching you already. This is not my first experience with you. And I was like, wonderful. I get around is what I like to say. They are one of us. Mm-hmm. So it was, I should be their new commercial. That video alone. Get a lot of old people in when they know that they're so Catholic, dedicated to the patron saints. So it was very funny. So I was telling Missy today. Now, I don't know if you guys are following Missy Hall, but if you're not, you should be following Missy Hall Comedy because Missy and I are on a video quest. We're back. We're going to start making videos. We're trying to make more videos, whatever, grow our audiences, whatever. Look at the insights, right? The analytics for these videos, and it'll tell you like how many people that are watching you are followers versus non-followers, right? So obviously you guys know us. You're watching our videos. It's wonderful. But if you want to grow, non-followers have to be watching you. I have 0. Instagram, Facebook does not put my videos out to any non-followers, only followers. So if you have a chance, share the videos. Please do me a favor. If you like it, share it. Because I'm going to tell you who's not sharing it. Instagram, Facebook. And so I was like, what? Why aren't they showing it to anybody? And this is why you need to go viral. Because what happens is that when Instagram and Facebook don't automatically share your video with everybody, then what happens is you have to wait for something that's like truly funny that people are just naturally sharing it, and it kind of goes around the algorithm. It's very crazy. So so it's been fun making the videos, but it's also been so frustrating because I'm like, why are they not? Yeah, you need to share everywhere. I did add some of the videos to the TikTok. So I'm trying to do that. Yeah. So Suzanne's like, you got to do what? I know. It was funny. But I need us to come up with ideas for what we're going to do for Diana's actual surgery. Because I have so many ideas of the ways that we can incorporate Star Wars themes into her cataract surgery. Are you North African? Obviously. I am. And Hispanic. That is correct. So, yeah, Victoria, it's a lot of work. I will share. Wonderful. Lightsabers. I'm Greek as well. You are getting all of them. And I'm 74. Is this the office you went to? Is this office you went to the office doing the surgery? It's the doctor, but he's in a different location. So, yeah, but it's a different place. Kendra's my favorite part. Jean, I went to the gym today, so I took my jewelry off. So I don't have my ring on to show you. And I'm homeless. Exactly. Don't pay attention. This is a set. This is just a sheet behind me. When you pick her up from the appointment, fill the back seat with stuffed animals. She'll have to say something, and you can tell her you don't see anything. Where do you share the clips? I don't know, Lisa. I think you just, with the universe, give her a lightsaber. Shikendra's here. She's at the ready. When is her colonoscopy? Same day as her eye appointment. We're going to try to just, while she's under, just get up in there. I told them. They said, because I guess when you can do cataract surgery, they're like, do you want us to also do the astigmatism procedure? You can have these add-ons. They were like, do you want to do the astigmatism add-on? She was like, yes. And they were like, do you want to do this add-on? She was like, yes. She goes, are there any other add-ons that you would like to add? And I was like, if you could add a colonoscopy, that would be great. That'd be perfect. If we can just add colonoscopy, that's got to be like $50 more. That can't be that much. Yeah. Eye chart with R2D2. She needs to go to the appointment, look like Princess Leia. I've been missing my favorite job. So yeah. So they're kind of like explaining the procedure. And I said, do I have to stay over at her house the day of the surgery? And she was like, no, I don't think you need to stay there. And I looked at Diana. I was like, I'll be fine. I will be fine. I have Joe. And I was like, so I have to stay over? Okay. And they were like, now, of course, you will be under anesthesia. So you will have to have somebody drive you. And she goes, okay, so you can just drop me off. And she goes, and of course, you have an appointment the next day. And I was like, see, I'm not going to, why would I? I'm just going to stay. I mean, you'll still have to make meatballs and pasta, but I mean, I'll stay if I have to and help if you make garlic bread. So, made me drive her to all the yard sales. Yeah. Did Di finally get hearing aids? No. You know why? And this is why doctors are bad. Her doctor, she went to her hearing doctor, and the doctor said, it's really not that bad. I'm like, then you take care of her. You go to her house. Okay. She's yours. She's yours now. You're going to sit here and say she could tell her she can hear. I just hear my mom had to drive her everywhere for ages. It sucked. Yeah. Isn't this why Brooke moved in with our girl? Brooke is so busy. Busy. I don't think Di sees her. And she keeps talking about she's going to move out. She's going to move out. She's moving to Philly. I said, girl, if I had an old lady that was making me salmon and pizza, I wouldn't go anywhere. Only reason I'm here is because he's nice and warm at night. Couple other reasons, but that's a big one. And I don't want to cuddle with Diane. Yeah. Brooke wants to move out. I said, girl. I said, let me explain this to you. I understand as a young person you want to move out, but I'm telling you, you hit the ripe old age of 25. From 25 until you're dead, you're going to be saying to yourself, I wish there was an old Italian lady that I could live with who would do my laundry, fold it, leave it at the end of my bed, make homemade meatballs, make pizzelles, make garlic bread, make deviled eggs, maybe go to church too much, talk about a lot of saints very often, including Vader. But I'm just saying, these are blessings, but you don't know this from 21 to 25. As soon as you hit 26, you're like, I need an old person to take care of me. It's literally the greatest thing that can happen to you. She doesn't know. Yeah, it's twice as much as a mortgage. Why would you do this? They have to live. They have to live. And my dad kept my car filled with gas. Girl, you never going to pay for gas again. Why are you going to leave? Yeah, my daughter moved out. She said the other day, it was too soon. It's too hard. Girl. What'd I do to live with my grandma? If my grandma was alive, girl, I'd be like, Jason, you can come over and visit. I'm moving in with Rudy. Listen, you just don't know. I'm in. When can I move in? When is Brooke leaving? There's a line of people looking to move into that spot. Imagine the money I would have saved if I had stayed. That's what I say to myself every day. I'm telling you, they don't get it. They don't get it. Yeah. Allison, you're making too nice. She goes, this is why I have a 30 and 35-year-old failure to launch. Allison, you're too good. Stop making the foods. Turn the heat off. Leave. Turn the heat off. Electric. Girl, you got to do is turn the internet off. Don't leave. Turn the internet off. Stop paying it. Go to a hotel. They won't last 4 days. I'm an old lady looking for an old lady to take care of me. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The nest is too comfy. The nest is too comfy. So, just popped in. What's the tea? What did we cover so far? I don't even know. We covered the backstory on the story of Saint Vader. Amaretto and pizzelles once a week. Girl, happy hour every day. Girl, if somebody said, now, listen, there are some okay nursing homes run by the state, fine. But if there was a place where you were like, listen, we need you to leave your home. People don't want to leave their home. They're like, we know you don't want to leave your home, but we have this other opportunity. A room has just opened up at Hotel Diane. We know this is a big change for you, There is an Amaretto and Pizza happy hour every day at 4:30. There's a breakfast bunch in the morning. It's up to you if you want to go. You do have to go to church first. But breakfast bunch is a lot of fun, and then we nap. And then if someone dies, there's a lunch. And it's a whole thing. If you have to go to the doctors, Dina will meet you there. There'll be a video. I mean, there's not really a drawback. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Saint Vader is probably a cool dude. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So yeah. Listen, I just want you to know, Diana's bringing Jesus wherever she goes. She's bringing Jesus, all the saints. There's a patron saint for everything. And Diana, she can't see for shit. She gonna make it up. She's like, so, is that the patron saint of the eyeballs over there? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Saint Vader. Mm-hmm. What happened with your house and the directing? I'm telling you, I've never been more entertained while sick as a dog as when they recorded that commercial at my house. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Did I tell you? I don't even think I told you the backstory on that. That's right. I don't tell you guys anything because I don't see you anymore. So they shoot this commercial at my house. Okay. And I don't know, in my mind, when they said we need a set, a place to shoot this commercial, in my mind, I thought it was the kitchen. And they might have used the kitchen eventually, but they really needed the front of the house. And then specifically the front door. I did not know this. So I was able to watch the entire filming for like the first day and a half through my Ring doorbell. Thoroughly interesting. Hard to direct when I'm only getting bits and pieces as they walk in and out the door. I'll be honest, and I'm going to talk to them about it. The crazy thing about it is that maybe I didn't realize that I was hosting all the holidays. So I had a pumpkin by the front door. I had a Thanksgiving sign and a Christmas tree in the window. Now listen, I'm not saying that I was behind. What I was saying is I think that we're open to all the holidays. Okay. And so I just wanted to make sure if you happen to be walking by my house, you were like, this girl is inclusive. And that's who I want to be in the neighborhood. So I see them trying to clear my front stoop, if you will. I don't know where the pumpkin went. I guess they threw it away. I think that's rude to throw other people's shit away, but they did. The Thanksgiving sign, they did put back, I think, but I think I put it downstairs. There were leaves everywhere. I guess they didn't want it to be winter fall. So they start raking the whole front of my house by the door. They swept by the door. They cleaned all of the beds out. They must have just gone into the garage and got all the lawn equipment. Next thing I know, they had like a leaf blower. I didn't even know I had a leaf blower. They're leaf blowing the yard. I was like, thank God I did not pay for this service. They did all of it. Part of me felt bad. Part of me was thankful. That was the thing. I was like, are they going to put these leaves back, Shakendra? I was like, I should reach out because I don't want them putting these leaves back. So now I'm writing to the lady who was in charge. I was like, hey, hope you're having a great time. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not watching the whole thing. I had to act like I wasn't. Hope you're having a great time. Hope the shoot's going well, even though I'm directing from at home. And I was like, hey, hope things are going well. I said, I might have noticed, I feel bad a little that you're raking my leaves. And she said, yes, we took care of them. They're in the middle of the yard. Would you like us to take them to the curb? I was like, obviously. Don't be rude. No, I don't think it's a commercial that you'll ever see. So there's something in the biz called industrials, which is what I think this is. I could be wrong. You could see it, and maybe I misunderstood. But industrial would be something that's shot, but really meant for in-house, AKA you are hired by a new company, and they're like, hey, we need you to watch this video on sexual harassment. That's not, my house was not the sexual harassment set, but I'd be like, we need you to watch this video on sexual harassment, or we need you to watch this video on how we sell our product, or something like that. Why would you not only watch the first day from your ring cam, why not the complete shoot? Michelle, number one, I was not invited to the shoot. They did not say, we'd like to use your house as a set and we'd like to hire you as talent. Nobody offered that, which I thought was weird. And I was sick as a dog, so I had nothing to do. And the ring doorbell just kept going off because they kept walking by. So, yeah, I don't know what they shot inside. And let me tell you, because between the castle and my house, which is a weird sentence, I do get lots of requests for like films, videos, whatever. And there is a line item for when people kind of on board that says, is there any naked shooting happening? Like explicit, like you have to be. Somebody had put in a request and it said, this will just be an intimate affair, a small amount of people, blah, 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 blah. Very nicely written, but he had the word intimate. And I was like, listen, I know you said that it is a small number of people, but you did use the word intimate. So I do need to ask you if there is any nudity involved in this particular shoot, because, you know, that is not allowed on the set. He was like, thank you for asking. This is not that kind of intimate. I just meant it is a small affair. And I was like, okay. Uh-huh. She should totally get married at the castle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. They never asked me about being anchor number 4, which I thought it was weird. But I want to brag. And I was still sick, so I didn't bring it up. So, but I have heard that where sometimes people will rent Airbnbs as like a what we'll call a location for dirty videos. But again, you should ask questions. So I'm learning. So they did. So they raked the whole front yard and brought all the leaves to the curb, which I thought was lovely. I did hear somebody say on the ring doorbell, there are no trees on my property. No. There are none yet. There's like one like pretty one, like a hydrangea plant. It's like pretty tall. And there's like another, but they're like ornamental. No, like tree. There's no oaks. There's no elm tree. Like there's no trees. So I don't have I shouldn't have any leaves, but all the neighbors from behind me, they all fall in my yard. And then the wind comes, right? I'm on a corner. So they all get into my yard. But I literally heard somebody on the ring doorbell going, where did all these leaves come? This property doesn't even have trees. I was like, girl, right? So girl, listen, I'm not watching a ton of porn, but if I ever saw I go, girl, is that Dean's graduation picture in the background? Yeah, Janice, don't say that. Don't say it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you date a handsome 66-year-old? All right, Mike, that's a question. I am currently called on. I think that's a good question. Here's a question, because let's get to weddings, because I posted a video a couple days ago. I was supposed to be working, and of course I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and I see this post come up. You might have seen it, where this woman goes on Philadelphia Brides and says, this is for anybody who has scheduled your wedding on X date at X venue. Could you please contact me? Because you probably don't know this, but my mom was married on that day and my grandparents were married on that day. So I would obviously like to be married on that day. So if you could move to a different day, all the Saturdays are available at the venue. I already checked, and I'll be happy to help you to move all of your vendors to a different day. And I said to Jason, I was like, you are never going to guess what this person wrote on here. And part of me is like, listen, more power to you for asking, I guess. But then people started rolling out that people were like, yeah, I saw another bride get paid $50,000 for the date that she wanted. And I was like, who wouldn't take that? If somebody called me and was like, I'll give you $50,000 to change your date, I'd be like, bitch, why don't you tell me when to get married? A, who has that kind of money? Who's doing that? And B, like, sure, you can pay for my whole wedding. I don't really care. The whole thing was so crazy to me. Right, Michelle? Now, somebody said there was a rumor that like Taylor Swift and what's his nuts like bought out somebody's date. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, but at no point in that post did she say, I'll give you money to do it. She was like, I mean, you understand it's obviously an important day to me. And I'll help you move your vendors. And I was like, is that all you're offering? Because I've just never seen anybody ask such a crazy question. Did she, Megan? Is that for sure? Yeah. Yeah. No. True engagement. We need a full Netflix, but girl. Paid quite a bit of money for them to let her have the date at the venue in Rhode Island for their wedding. Shut up. Is that for? I was a rumor. I don't want to say. Yeah. No. Like, I don't understand. 50,000. What? Yeah. No. It's not Bartram's Gardens on May 8th because I'll have my dinner move her date in a hot minute. Yeah. Girl. Melanie, she didn't offer anything. She just said she'd offer to help whoever has the date to help move the vendors to a different day. Girl, that's all she offered. Yeah, girl, don't talk to me. I can't hear you unless there's money. No. Crazy. Brides are straight crazy. Listen, I thought the whole thing is, I get very overwhelmed. I don't have a date, Carol. I don't have anything. I have a ring and a man. That's all I really need. I know. No, and I think I'm a little hung up on like, what does it even mean? Like second time around, what are we doing? I'm not getting a white gown. Like, it's not going to be, yeah, that's not a thing. And most people I hear hide in their cars on their second wedding. I don't know if you guys have heard that. A lot of people hide in their cars. And you got to pull them out of their car and say, you're getting married. You should get out of the car. That's a callback. So, yeah. That's what I said. I'm gonna put deposits on all the venues in Philly, and then just wait for people to buy me out. Yeah, it was a Missy Hall callback. What kind of bourbon you having? I am having Bullet this evening. You should get married on October 31st of 29 in Joplin, Missouri, and you can have the Bonnie and Clyde apartment as your honeymoon suite. That is oddly specific. Very specific. Yeah. Kathy, let me tell you the story. Missy, may I tell the story? She was like, go ahead. So Missy marries Jeremy. And it's a wonderful day. If you get a chance, I'm sure you can find this video somewhere on Missy's feed. Brooke and Jacqueline were playing violin and cello. So we were trying to get there early to get set up for when Missy walked down the aisle. And Diana didn't she bring cake or dessert? It was a BYOD, bring your own desserts. So Diana had a bunch of desserts that she brought, a lot of gluten-free items for myself that I didn't ask for. And we arrived, and I'm pulling instruments out of the car, trying to get chairs for the girls to get set up. I check in with Jeremy. I'm checking in with everyone. I'm checking in with her daughter, right? And it was a beautiful wedding, just Jeremy, Missy, her daughter, and Jeremy's best man, whose name I forget. Very simple, very pretty. So I'm checking on everything. And obviously, Missy is somewhere, hidden because she's the bride. We don't want to see her. And so finally I was like, okay, everything looks good, right? And I was like, now where can I find Missy? And they were, what do you mean? I was like, the bride, the one that's going to meet Jeremy up this way. Has anybody seen her? I haven't. Have you seen her? Nobody's seen her. And I was like, that feels. Is there a bridal suite? They're like, well, there's a closet in the back corner. Closet. I'm like, but I feel like I saw her in the parking lot. I was like, what? They were like, she was headed that way. I was like, in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. She headed in the parking lot. A woman dressed in a full bridal, headed that way. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go look? And I was like, yeah, sure. I can go find the bride. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll do that. And you guys look busy, so I'll just okay. And so I'm wandering in the parking lot, and that is when I stumble upon a beautiful woman about to get married, sitting in a car. Now, I say sitting in a car, but let me paint you a picture. She's live on the internet, so you can see the feed from her side. You can see the full Facebook feed that she recorded, and you'll see where these two worlds collide. But she has fully reclined in the car, so she is laying flat and recording this way. She looks amazing, because everything's like this. And she is fully reclined in her chair, and you can see me come to the window. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? She was like, hey, like that was normal. Oh, hey. Mm-mm. No. I said, wait, what are you doing? She's like, I was just talking to my friends on the internet. I was like, fully reclined in your car on your wedding day? Mm-hmm. Did you need something? I was like, yeah, I just thought maybe you'd want to enter the venue. Because they think you're going to get married in here. She's like, okay. She's like, it's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're here because they love you. Maybe you can get out of the car. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably do that. Mm-hmm. Just to make that like a thing. So it's not weird that Missy did it by herself. Mm-hmm. Is this a Q&A? Yes. I'll be taking questions now. Go ahead. Who would like to go first? I was engaged to get married to a woman 24 years younger than me and 22 died of cancer. So now I'm trying a woman 30 years older. Okay, that was a joke. Okay. I was in a dirty parking lot too, but actually a runaway bride. So a bit different than Missy and wasn't getting married. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Esther. Does Jesus live on Mars? Absolutely. So does Darth Vader. Do a bus wedding like Wendy. Oh, that's Wendy's bus wedding on the trip. That was Vegas? That was good. Mm-hmm. Good times. With the Brazilian, so you don't know me, but we love your dad. There were a few hundred people at my wedding. Shut up. Mm-hmm. How do you feel second time around? I don't know yet, Tanya. I am just kind of enjoying the part where we're just engaged. I haven't really thought about it. I think it overwhelms me. So I haven't really thought about it much. So trying to be in the moment. Mm-hmm. Was it Nashville? I'm almost positive that was Vegas. Denise. I'm almost positive. Mm-hmm. So there's that. 500 at mine, and we all know how that turned out. Uh-huh. It was Vegas, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the bus video contest, my bus obviously won. Listen, you put up adorable Robert and wonderful Wendy. It was like, why did we even bother making a video? But I like to still pretend we won. Mm-hmm. No, it was Nashville. I saw it and did not go to Vegas. No, it was Vegas because we won the contest. But okay. Oh, good. Mm-hmm. I guess we don't have to worry about you getting pregnant on your wedding night. I don't know. I don't know what we have to worry about. Mm-hmm. Sure you would. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Sandra. I love that half the people believe that happened in Vegas and the other half of people are adamant it happened in Nashville. And the debate will continue. When did you get engaged? The day after Christmas. Mm-hmm. Robert wasn't in Nashville, was he? I think he was. I think he was on both trips. Nashville was the bus video where we sang Friends in Low Places. Mm-hmm. Look, Jason Stillwell was like, it was actually Paris, Tennessee. We've never even done a trip there, but you know what? Let's throw it in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wedding will consist mostly of desserts labeled with masking tape, obviously. All pizza. It's an all pizza wedding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Robert was on both trips. Robert's been on pretty much all the trips. He's right there with Anne Marie on all trips. So you never know. Anywho, so that's what's been going on over here. There was no bus in Nashville. Oh, Cindy's laying it down. You're right. We walked everywhere. Cindy's bringing it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now that you're going to get married, are you going to go back to pack underwear? Never, Sandra. Never. Was that the first trip Jason went on? Jason, what was the first trip you went on? Was it Nashville? I think it was.
Nashville.
New York. Did you go to
there? Remember my back hurt?
Oh, that's right. But Nashville was the first one where you were like, yeah. Mm-hmm. My daughter doesn't believe in marriage. She believes in relationships. Oh, let me read this. With no marriage, is the new generation's opinion, is this the end of marriage in 2026? That's a great question, Michelle. You know, there's a lot of talk about the fact that young people are having much less sex than our generation did at the same time. They're getting married much later than our generations did. It's a very interesting thing that's happening with the youngins. Mm-hmm. I did, Judy, at the baseball trip. Mm-hmm. In New York and Vegas. Yes, Vegas was after Nashville. That's right. I was in New York City, had the band back. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't want to have babies either. It's a very interesting thing. It's very interesting. Like if you think about the stuff you were doing at your kid's age and your kids want nothing to do with it. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need to get wrapped up in them. I'm going to go have fun. And part of me is like, girl, go do it. Go live your life. Go do all the things you wanted to do. So look for finding and getting married, but not until after law school. Yeah, I think it's great. That means that I'm going to be 90 when I have grandchildren. Wendy wore the toilet paper couture gown. I think that was, I'm positive that was Vegas. You guys did a good job. Well, I mean, we still won, but you guys did a good job. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it is interesting. We'll continue this. Continue this next Tuesday. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. So everyone under 38 are not married material, so it might be the end of mankind. Well, I hope not. I'll leave you. Let's not leave on that note. So we'll see. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. As always, good to see you. And if you see a video and you like it, share away. I don't know who you share it with, but that's what needs to happen because the internet's not sharing it. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night, blessed night, and I'll see you soon. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.